everybody in the Suzuki community. It's Myron at Zuk's Off-Road. We recently did a video that said the 5 things you shouldn't do, and so I thought, you know what, maybe I should tell them the 5 things you should do. Now we're not going to show you all the things you should do. And before we go on with this video, I would really appreciate it if you hit the subscription button. So it's somewhere around the screen, and then it's got a notification button. That means that when you get on YouTube, it's going to say, hey, here's Myron's new video. And I can't tell you how it makes me feel when I hear, hey, I saw you on YouTube and I have some questions for you, and if you could help me fix this, you know, then I can buy some parts from Petroworks or Trail Tough or some of the other companies you like. And I go, yeah, I send guys to Trail Tough, Petroworks, Extreme Zuk's Off-Road, Roadless Gear, Rocky Road. These are great companies. I've talked about them before. They're all legit. The used parts guys. I'm going to mention Tony. I'm going to mention Randy. If you're on Facebook, they're great companies. I buy parts from them. So the community is great. The community is really healthy. We're just really happy with how things are going here at Zuk's Off-Road. So I will mention that as tough as business is, and you all know I've said it many times, I can't keep up with the orders, so I appreciate your patience. We had our best January ever, so I'm really tickled about that. I watch the numbers every month, and of course actually every day, but we record every month, so it was really nice to see that. So today we're going to talk about what you can do to improve your Samurai. And so what I want to talk about first is you should get a winch bumper from Zuk's Off-Road. We really make really good bumpers. They are very close to the body. They slant back on the sides. They're very strong. I was awake early this morning, and I was thinking about a picture I saw that Low Range Off-Road, back in when I was manufacturing for them, when they were really a company and there were people there, they had a picture of the month, and one of those pictures was the low range bumper that I built for them that had their tag on it, and this was a Samurai that was in a head-on collision. And that car was about 1.5 feet shorter. My bumper was not on the car anymore. It was mangled, but I believe that that bumper saved those people's life. I make really good bumpers. I've had a few in accidents, and people have told me some really amazing things. Oscar told me that his wife got hit and the rear bumper, she spun like this on the rear bumper, but he believed that that bumper saved her life. So we make good stuff here. It's heavy duty. You know, we stand behind it. I've talked before about my forever warranties. Anyways, another thing that you can do is get some of the stuff I brought to the market a long time ago when I was a young man. This is something the Chinese have not copied yet. And so this is what we used to call a thong. Now we just call it a transmission shift bushing. I make them for the Samurai. I invented this little spring here, had an engineer work with me, so it takes 15 pounds. I like a stiff shift. A stiff stick is what I just said. And so I always tell people it's like a Ferrari. It'll get a little bit smoother. And unfortunately, I've had some of my competitors mention that these are noisy. I'll give anybody $100 if they can prove that these are noisy, because they're not. They really are a good product. And I actually don't like the rubbers and the Delruns and the O-rings and the wood and the cork and all the different things I've seen in there. These shift the best for your transmission. I brought this to the market also way back when. This is what we call a shift sheet in the TK. Solid brass, works really well. This is what the Chinese have copied. And so I would appreciate it if you would understand I make these different than what was copied, and they actually fit the ball better, and they drop in and come back out pretty easily compared to the copies. And so please get these from me. When you do big tires on a Suzuki, you have to really take a look at some things. And one of the things is, this is what the ball joint is on a Samurai. It's a car ball joint. It's pretty small. I think they put these on the little Corollas way back in the day. I'm sure Eisen made this. Anyways, when you do big tires, you need big ball joints. And Zuk's Off-Road is really starting to dominate the market on under the Rock Smasher is one, the My DL, the My Tie Rod that we use from Japan. these really well-made FJ80 one-ton ball joints. And so you can kind of see a little comparison here. That's a really big improvement. I say you do big tires, you do gears, you get torque, you get power steering, you get lockers. Get yourself a good steering system because you're dealing with a short wheelbase car. And these ball joints, you know, they're not that good. Another thing you can do to improve your Samurai is stop using Chinese cheap U-joints. They don't really actually fit the yokes very well. How can you tell if you have a Chinese U-joint? Well, in Japan, they use lifetime grease and they don't have Zerk fittings. They just don't. So if you've got a Zerk fitting on your U-joint, it's going to be China. It's not going to last very long. Now, the coils are still available. I have a hard time getting them in. So if you really want the real coils, the one that came with, I'm sure Trail Tough can help you out with those. I think they're around 120. Don't hold me to that because I don't bring that many in because they are so expensive, but I sell a lot of these, and so does our friends at Trail Tough. Let's see, what else can we do? Well, you can get a good suspension system. Unfortunately, not for me right now. I sold out a lot of stuff that I thought would last me until April. So we sold out of our YJ kits. We sold out of our cradles. We sold out of our rear bumpers. So I just want you to know we're going to make more. I've already started the whole process, the laser cutting, the bending. So the things you can do to improve your Samurai, it's me. I can help you have a really, really good Samurai. So you make sure you give me a call. Talk to me. I do them all. If you want to build a hot rod, if you want to build a daily driver, if you want to build a rock buggy, I do it all for you folks. So thank you very much for watching the videos. Have a nice day. Go wheeling, be safe, and have fun. And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks. Bye, everybody.